So he's getting mad at me and saying that I'm causing problems when I'm actually just supporting him in what he wants.
Dad, this is your apartment. This is not my apartment.
My dad's turned on me and I'm the bad guy. And I created this, and why did I bring him here? Family. Really, it's all about that. My parents were dealing with health issues. They needed me more and more. I made sacrifices for the past year, over a year. And when they wanted to go back to Egypt, I had to make it happen. Mistakes or things didn't work out as perfectly as I had hoped. But even though I'm not sure about the decisions I made, I'm sure I would make him again so he could at least see Egypt one last time. Hey Jafar, this is Adam with International Market. You called me a while ago about a commercial refrigerator I had. I also have some other items I'm selling because I'm closing the store. Please call me as soon as you can. This friend keeps asking me if I need help. I keep saying yes, and then she consistently doesn't show up. I'm looking for a house sitter to watch the house and take care of Peaches, my dog, star of the show. Today what we're doing is we're going to my parents' house. They've had the house for about 20 years. They sold it. My dad has a bunch of stuff, so we're gonna go grab some freezers, probably is the best thing. So I move them to the store so I can sell them from the store, and I also need to liquidate or sell the store. Okay. It's not bad. I already worked on it. And then I need a couple dollies, and that's it.
Back there, sir.
They are on aisle 6.
To tell his friends about you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, just follow me. What's up?
Alright, we'll see about that.
I've been working on clearing out my parents' house for months, and with days left, it was insurmountable. It wasn't just the stuff, it was the constant push and pull with my dad and my mom trying to get the house clear. The two of you sitting here watching, it doesn't work. So we're moving this freezer and we're like, it's so heavy, it must be old, right? I can't move it. Then finally I realized, oh, maybe there's stuff in here, and there's stuff in here that's old, like here's old. Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. We got the idea. Oh, this is fun. I can see why I've been putting this off.
Now we got
It's fish.
It's fish. Sweet Jesus.
Alright, we need a shovel.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Smells good.
Oh God. Sweet Jesus Christos. More than we bargained for today. Hand of a friend can only go so far. And then you just have to stand around.
I think you drove my truck here, you can't leave. Oh dude, I gotta take care of this, sorry.
And then you just have to stand around and watch the owner of said shit. How are you feeling?
A little grossed out.
Passionate living.
Passionate living with Adam. Just waiting for him.
Who runs this thing?
I do.
You come in?
I come in, yeah, but my hours are sporadic because I've been helping my dad running my business and filming my show.
Welcome to Passion Living with Adam. This show is about health, wellness, exercise, peace of mind, and living a passionate life.
But I realized what I was living into was someday never. It was always someday I'll do that. Next year when things are easier, I'll do that. So we pushed through, we got the first episode done. Why did you choose herbs instead of water softeners or fast food?
I grew up in the restaurant business, so I spent a whole lot of years putting the bad stuff in people, and it's absolutely changed my health. So that's one of the things why I'm passionate about it.
Live in Salt Lake City.
Just keep after what you want to do and don't live in someday never.
انت فين يا محمد؟ تعال بيبص على الاكل انت شاريه.
Sounds scary.
ما تاخدش الاكل هناخده معانا ناكل. ما تاخدش حاجه. كلمه عشان انا باخد عني. حماده وعند I have stuff
So
here I
the
use
biggest
it.
thing really about getting everything clear were my parents. They were blocking me whenever I'd try to grab stuff to either get rid of, donate, or take with us.
This you don't want this.
I watched this and
This
this.
do? This do?
They're moving to Egypt. We can't take it with us, and they have no need for it.
And then eBay it?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. But look.
Look, I watched.
Okay, what do you want to keep it for?
I will
Okay,
keep
so
it.
we'll take it to storage?
I watched it.
But the two of you sitting here watching, it doesn't work. It's too
Why
much.
it doesn't work? We learn
Because
something.
it's annoying.
Yes.
Wait, Donna, no, leave that TV.
ها؟ الحلة السريعة ناخدها معانا عشان ما عندناش واحدة هناك. الحلة السريعة تحت.
I was so lucky to have some great friends that did show up and did help move stuff and carry stuff and clear stuff out and had ideas. And
Well, lift it up down a bit if you can. And I got this angle.
So it stays in the house.
Let me just think. That shopping cart.
It's overwhelming to you.
Oh yeah, it's been so overwhelming.
there was so much stuff. 20 years of stuff. It would blow your mind how much stuff there was.
For the past year, I've been so stressed. I haven't been myself, and I've still been able to grow out of it. But at the same time, you know, I'm not the same. I'm wondering really what I'm going to be like once this is all done, once they're in Egypt, once the store's closed. I'm going to be like, life is so great.
No, then you're going to be missing them.
I'll miss them for sure, but I'll go see them. I'll go see them in April if they don't come back.
Stuff Adam's going to take to storage, and then all that over there is what they're going to try to have a Goodwill or something come pick up.
I'm going to the store. I gotta figure that out. I'm not planning on coming there.
I don't have an answer.
I don't have an answer. We leave Wednesday at 4:55. We should be there at least 2 hours before. Maybe more for us. Today's Monday, yeah? But yeah, that's why I've been saying we gotta go. He called with some frustration with my mother because she has like 30 bags she wants to take with her. And then I told him to make a pile of stuff we're gonna give away, a pile of stuff he want me to keep in storage, to make a pile of the stuff he wants to take to Egypt. I'm doing this for my parents. It's nice weather in Cairo, have you noticed? It's 57 right now.
Nice.
It's 70, 68.
I'm bringing shorts.
Yeah, I'll bring shorts too. I really don't know if I can wear them though. What I noticed is that because I'm Egyptian and American, they look at me weird because I'm wearing shorts and I'm not wearing slacks.
Copy that. But Mario,
Yeah, you can get away with it because you're white.
I can get away with a lot because I'm white.
Yeah, I know, Dan. But I have to figure out some stuff. So let me get back to you. Cassidy, this is Adam with the writing desk. Thank you for your interest. If you want to come by today, I'll be at the house. Give me a call back. Thanks. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Are you Adam?
Yep, I'm Adam.
Cassidy.
Cassidy. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah. You got the writing desk.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
We just don't want to push it on the truck.
Peaches.
Probably gonna set it on its back anyways.
$220.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. I mean, there's a few of them, but I thought it was this one, the round one.
I tend to believe everything can work out. Curse of having a positive mind sometimes. So maybe 2 days before we were going to Egypt, I really realized we're screwed. There's no way we're gonna get this done. The owner of the house said that's fine. He came by, he looked through, just leave whatever you have and we're just gonna toss it. The employee I had at the store, he stayed on and started clearing things piece by piece over the next 2 weeks.
Noon tomorrow.
I turned the keys over.
And the flight tomorrow is at what time?
4:55.
Down to the wire.
Yeah, can you tell from the expression on my face? But I'd love for you to see it and see if you want it. Or I can even have, I've got someone staying at my house, like I moved most of the racks to my house. Thank you people for being here. It's amazing how many people say they'll help and
dang it.
they disappear. I just dropped off luggage just to remind my dad of things like I usually have to. I forgot some stuff.
D-Day, basically. There is no going back. It's really a blur.
Hey, you reached Adam from Ultra Perform. I'm hoping you're having a terrific day. I'll return your call.
So it's 1:51, and I know he's running around doing stuff. I'm sure he's on his way.
Remember, everything was a rush. We were still having people empty out the store. Packing.
It's like toothpaste for the trip, so he actually needs that.
1:52 now. We'll see. I'm sure everything is just fine.
It was hell.
But we needed a little more time to deal with the amount of luggage.
My parents had 11, 12 bags. The problem was I didn't know what was in the bags. They wouldn't let me go through it. They were paranoid. They were moody.
And all will be fine. We're going to give it about 3 hours. Oh, here we are.
No, I'll go with him.
Hello. Hello.
Mario's Jamie. Hey, grabbing one more thing from the house for 5 minutes out from leaving Adam's parents, okay?
Oh, leaving his parents?
What's that?
Oh, you're leaving to pick me up or get his parents?
We've already picked up his parents. We're grabbing one more thing out of the house.
Oh.
And then we will be on the way to come get you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I wanted to be there, but that's okay. Okay, we'll see you soon.
We went and picked up Mario.
So I just picked up my parents. It's been a pretty emotional time, seeing them sad leaving their home and leaving their stuff. It was pretty hard to see. It was pretty hard to see.
We rushed to the airport.
Yeah, because we started out early. I want to make sure, right?
Yes.
Are you excited, Don? You're not excited? You're tired? Are you tired? I'm going to a place that I know very well. Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we've been there.
Hopefully that's... We're here.
I have to pull the tickets out anyway.
Get your tickets.
No, I'm...
You okay?
Inside, let them know you need a wheelchair.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just these ones, right?
Just these
all of these ones. You're not allowed to use that word.
We got everything?
Yeah, except for the parents.
We got them.
No.
That's for you.
Passport?
Charlie 12. All passengers, please remain.
So I'm at the counter at Delta. I look down at my phone and the travel ban comes up again.
Donald Trump's travel ban is in the hands of 3 federal judges.
Continually claiming that the executive order is going to protect Americans from terrorist attacks.
That was just one of the arguments he made to a U.S. appeals court on Tuesday.
You're really wondering, I'm doing this for my parents, I don't really want to go, and I definitely want to come back, but what if I can't come back?
In relation to the serious concerns that exist about possibilities of terrorist infiltration, but I don't think this is the effective way to do so.
But it wasn't logical to me, once you have said to people, here's your visa, you can come back, and whatever documentation, other documentation people had, to say, oh, by the way, we're revoking that, see ya. And especially when people were sitting in the airport and they couldn't go anywhere. It made no sense.
We're waiting for a wheelchair. A wheelchair. For you. I told you in the car. Yeah. It's just going to get us to fast food.
Hey, my friends, I'm going to enter for the side.
That's how she wants to hold on to trust.
No, what it for? How do I sit? Sit like that.
Go ahead and have him enter from the side.
This one?
How long? No worries, you're going to
Just
enter
this
from the
one
side.
time. Just this one time, okay?
Just enter from the side as you would from a car. Just kind of like this, right? It's all good. It's all good. You got it. Did we have our boarding passes, folks?
Yeah, you can see those. Yeah, go ahead.
You have another passenger by door 816.
Final destination. Okay. How long?
Huge party.
Well, we made it to Paris, France. Just really seeing how my dad's memory loss is affecting him, being there for him, getting irritated sometimes, getting through it, you know, and dealing with your own stuff that comes up. It's late, you're tired, the seats are hard, I'm too tall for this cramped position I'm in, And I'm glad I'm here because I saw them going security and they had all sorts of weird stuff. I was like, there's no way they could get through here without me. We're gonna go to Cairo in like an hour, hour and a half, and we're there in Cairo. And the culture is similar.
Please ensure that you have all of your luggage with you.
下一站2亿航站楼 ，L 号登机口，请不要忘记您的随身行李。
Here, let's go. Do you speak French?
I don't.
It's not easy, man.
I wish I did speak French.
Okay, Mom, okay.
Yep.
There's not a big culture shock, but once we get to Cairo, I know we'll have like a culture shock. Even my parents, because they haven't been here for a while.
All right, we ready? I got that. Yeah. No, I'll get it.
When we ordered that, well, can't it take 11 back? Are you reduced at 6 or 8?
Honestly, I feel like it was sheer willpower. We made it to Cairo.
And the whole world
I felt like I was carrying my parents on my back to get there. So we're in the airport waiting for my cousin. I don't doubt he's gonna be there, but after a couple hours, I think, I'm starting to doubt it. And it took a while to get there. We had to run our bags through, but it seemed odd to the average security guard looking and saying, why are you bringing a hammer? Or screwdrivers, pliers, maybe a coffee pot. They could see clearly that my 86-year-old dad wasn't a terrorist. I was tired beyond exhaustion, and I got sick. And finally I hear this knock at the window. It was my cousin Walid, and I was so relieved. He was like a glass of water, and I was in the desert. Walid, oh, thank God you're here.
Hi.
I'm Mario.
Hello, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you.
He's my friend, my director.
I'll push this one.
Here come.
We're at the Cairo airport. We made it. We're just waiting for a cab. My cousin's picking us up, but we have too much luggage. We need to take a cab also. He needs to pick it because he lives here. If I pick it, the rate will triple.
Yeah.
And here we are, and here's the cab. A guy in a green jacket. Hey, that's better. Hey, I'm leaving Cairo airport in a cab. Right? Cab? صح؟ دي عربية يعني تاكسي؟ تاكسي. ليموزين. تاكسي ليموزين. Music stop.
أنا اسمي مصطفى سواق ليموزين. My name is مصطفى. مصطفى حسن أبو حسن. Welcome.
Mustafa Hassan Abu Hassan. So we made it. My parents are in another car, and we're headed to our place. It was actually nice scenery to see Egypt on the way. I was like, oh yeah, Egypt, that's great. I'm like relieved, I get to relax. We're on our way to the apartment my father got 10 years ago. I think he planned on doing it earlier, but here we are. We're pulling up, there's 3 cars, we have all these bags. How do you say, I just walked in? How do you say I just walked in? How do you say what? I literally just walked in the door. We go in the apartment and it's dirty, and my dad doesn't recognize it's his apartment because it looks different 10 years later.
Oh, you don't speak Arabic? You speak Arabic? No? Is that the kitchen?
تعالى بص على الحمام. الحمام كان مختلف عن كده.
الحمام؟
الحمام كان مختلف.
The apartment has been vacant for 10 years, but there's been like stuff that fell off the ceiling 5 years ago, and there's no water in the place, so we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
هنعمل ايه في الشنط؟
Hey Dad, Dad, what do you want to do?
سيدنا مستعجل.
يعني ممكن بص يعني الساعة ممكن 3.
ومعانا لو كان.
الفجر.
احنا بنعمل حاجات تانية.
Why you are telling us all this? You think we might live here in this place?
This is your place.
What do you mean, my place?
I don't like it either, but I can deal with it where out of the blue, my dad just switches and he's mad.
Since when is my place?
Dad, you forgot this is your apartment.
Anyway, I don't know.
Dad, it's your apartment.
Look,
Dad,
don't interfere. I'm telling you, friend to your friend.
Dad, this is your apartment. This
no, this is not my apartment.
Just listen. We have no place to go. This is where we're
at.
Dad, this is the apartment. Where are you going?
He got very upset and just wanted to go out in the street. I could really let him go out in the street. He started yelling.
This is my business. لا ما يتقل ما
بس بيقولوا لك يجيبوا خضار. يقول لازم يجيب خضارنا هنا احسن هيغيروها زي الشقة.
I really don't know what to do about it because we're here in Egypt and I really don't want to go rent a hotel myself.
I probably should have just done that.
The effort and everything. Hello? This is gross.
How do we get out?
الباقي اترميت وهترمي الشنطة وهترمي كل شيء.
هتبهدل نفسك اصلا كده يا حاج على مهلك.
انت عايز تروح فندق دلوقتي؟
هروح
احجز لك الفندق واجي اخدك.
صح كده تمام.
Here we are. Here we are, back. We are pretty screwed at this point.
Outdoor. In the U.S., that's a huge hazard.
It's just that.
And now we are stuck.
Oh, now we're here. Oh. You have to open the door.
It doesn't. Yeah.
We're used to automatic. Yeah. We're like, where's the door? I really don't know what to do. Luckily, I have two cousins there. My dad's turned on me, and I'm the bad guy. And I created this, and why did I bring him here to this place?
Take your bags.
But Waleed was like, grab your bags, let's go. And he came up with a plan for the night.
So we're looking for a hotel. And Waleed is awesome.
Waleed's my cousin. Say hi, Waleed.
Hi.
You saw the show, right? Passion Living with Alan?
Yeah.
That's what he's filming.
Yeah.
If they were going to stay, I was going to come more often to visit.
Why? You just come visit, but don't stay here.
I get it. But you see what I'm dealing with now. It's not like having just a normal conversation.
The nice comments I see in your Facebook, your friends say, or you, I don't remember, now Trump don't accept anyone to US.
Oh,
and now you're leaving US. Let me try again. Okay.
That's it. Got it. Great. And then, of course, selfie video.
I could trade you.
All right. Thanks.
Did you push this?
6. Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
Yes.
What an adventure.
Let's go.
Up, push.
I was just making sure. The elevator?
عشان عالية Let's go.
This is nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
And we were exhausted, by the way, too. I could have handled this so much better. Looking back on it, I don't know why I didn't.
Holy shit. Sweet Jesus. We should just stayed here the first time when we found it.
Yeah, that's why I said you want to check another hotel. I'm like, let's just cut our losses. It feels like 60 now. It wasn't in the cold area. What would I do without my positive attitude?
I don't know. Go push.
I forgot.
Push.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you, Habibi?
Brought some food.
Oh. Welcome. Go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Habibi. I have water to drink if you want.
I think we're
No.
Day 2 is better. My dad recognized the apartment. He takes me aside and I remember I got this apartment so I could live here years ago. I said, yep, it's your apartment, that's for sure. He's like, okay. And that was much better. My mom wanted to take a shower, but oh, by the way, there's no water in the building. In fact, there's no water in the area.
I will, I'll talk to you.
He didn't took shower one day, he smelled bad. What smell bad?
Something happened to the water. Something crucial.
You want me to go downstairs and ask him what's wrong with the water? You want me to go ask him what's going
انت
on?
عارف يا حماده لحد وقتك
واحد بس يكلمني.
I get the custodian of the building to bring us water, and he brought us like 2 or 3 buckets, and I think my parents took a sponge bath.
The hammam is okay.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look and see. Okay, you're great, Waleed. You're like a brother, Waleed, thank you.
تلفون هي فين؟ مطار هو اسمه المطار بالانجليزي؟
Airport.
Welcome to Cairo? Welcome to Cairo sir. Welcome to Cairo.
Thank you.
مرحبا بك في
شكرا.
مصر عم ربنا يخليك.
سوي تاكسي من امتى؟ يمكن He's very sad because he really wants to come to Egypt for 10 years. He's here. I brought him here, yeah. Since I'm going to be here, we said, well, you know, that'd be a great place to do a show. People in America are so afraid. And there's so much TV and so much propaganda to make it for nothing. To make Middle Eastern people afraid of Middle Easterners, right? I want to humanize us. But I'm Egyptian also, but I'm born in America. I want people to see people are just human. They're nice and sweet and loving, so they can see. But you understand? Yeah, of course. You know, we're talking about pricing and stuff like that, right? People want to do deals, but when it comes down, you love people, right? You love people.
Of course. Yeah. Especially old people. I love old people. You ride a camel, maybe you will feel cool.
So, front pocket's okay?
Nobody is stealing you, but if something falls down, never find
front pocket's okay?
No, of course. I'm saying take care.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
لا عشان
انا بفهمه.
لا بفهم اللي طالع معاه.
Let's go please.
لا.
Thank you. That camel's gonna eat my camera. The camel's walking here. It's walking here. Adam, cheer up. We're on camels. What? Yeah.
Hi.
And our other guide.
Welcome to Second Pyramid.
We're having this amazing experience. I love the lighting here. I do. The way it feels here, the sereneness of it, no one else is around, so we get to enjoy that. So just look at the benefits, the things that a lot of the times if you're seeing something as a negative, see it as a positive. I'm standing in the desert in Egypt. I was looking at the majestic pyramids in the background. It was so peaceful. I was glad I was able to take care of my parents and do that and still have a life and do things like go on a camel ride into the desert. It was serene to sit above the pyramids and have tea.
Okay, Adam. Cheers. Oh, to Egypt. To our new friends. Thank you for bringing us.
B&B. I didn't want to take him out to another place in case he was going to get confused again by the place. And he's planning on living there, so I want to make sure he's comfortable and used to the place. And that's what's going on in my mind is like, we're going to have to do this all over again.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm calm, smooth.
Usa.
Husa. Husa! You want food, right? No. Hey, you asked for food.
Yeah, close the door. Okay. Come inside.
Okay. Here's all the food. I bought a bunch of stuff. Okay?
What are you doing with the camera?
He's filming.
I fixed the bottle.
Do you have water?
Yeah.
You saw?
We have water to clean the stuff, okay.
Is this good?
This very good. I think that was all the stuff. Adam,
The store is not far from here. I'll show you. Okay.
I want to ask a question. We can let this work at the Portuguese.
Oh, you don't have hot water yet?
No, that's too. We don't have.
This is the first day they work it in.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see about something.
طب يجي النور؟
Very good.
The cameras, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
We went all the way out into the desert.
Yeah, it's good.
On the camels.
Yeah, it's good. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
He's saying he can't look at it now because he's got to see what's going on in the first place.
Yeah, fair enough.
وهنا نجيب واحدة هنا ولا كفاية كده؟
كفاية. واحد كمان.
تمام يبقى 2 1 2 2 و3.
What is this shit?
You're watching Passion Living with Adam, Egypt edition. We might have an interview today with a belly dancer from America that's living here in Egypt. You'll hear a lot of honking and horns because there's a lot of that happening always. And there's so many passionate people here in Egypt, so many. They're passionate about driving, they're passionate about food, and they are passionate about living, and it's exciting to see.
I don't think America is the king of the taxi.
Did they say that?
I think it's Cairo.
I just want to share with you that you can exercise wherever you are. Wherever you are, you can go running, you can lift a weight. You want to know because I leave in like 5-6 days, and I don't know if the family is going to take care of you guys, help you out as much as I do. And so I want to see if you want to stay here for a little while, you want to go home with me. What is it that I can do to help you? Because you're a little, please don't get mad, okay? But you're a little confused about the details. And if you get mad, I'll just leave and come back later. But I don't want to fight about it. But that's what Mom, you know Mom, you trust Mom. She's telling you the same thing. And you're a little confused about what's going on. We're trying to help you.
I'm not confused. That is the word that you are using. About me, I don't know why.
Okay, well we're in Cairo.
No, we are not in Cairo.
He doesn't recognize being here in Cairo. He's not excited to be here. It's clear someone has to take care of him. I really don't know what to do with it. I leave in 7 days. What can I do in 7 days?
All right, chicken, let's cross the road.
What the hell are you doing?
You just go, man. Watch, it's like those two guys and this lady. See? Let's go.
See how hectic it is. It's so hectic and people are bustling back and forth and they're rude. They're so rude, but it's like normal there. It's normal to stand in line, but if there's a little bit of space in front of you, they can stand right in front of you. And it's okay if you don't do anything about it. You have to like press your body forward and take the claim of it, but you can't address it directly unless they address it directly. Because hey, it's just normal. And if you're not gonna step up, then I'll take your place. That's just how it is. So the apartment's a mess and I want to clean it up. The doorman was supposed to clean it and he didn't. There's dirt everywhere because it's been closed for years and it's a desert and dirt gets in through the windows. Are you taking your medicine in your blue bag? Okay, I brought you some to last you for 3 months, all of it.
No.
I got all your prescription for 3 months.
That's very good.
I took it, made sure you had
Thank you, because I'm sure half 50% of the medicine they don't have it in Cairo, in Egypt. I know him, not
He's filming.
But you know, because I am a photographer too.
Yeah! Wow.
He's good.
Yeah, he's very good.
He used to take pictures of the pyramids and make postcards of it, and he took these beautiful pictures. When I was a kid, I was like, yeah, what's the big deal? It's photographs. But as I got older, I was like, oh, my dad was actually really, really good because he was just using natural lighting. He didn't use lights like we're using today, and they were amazing.
Got it? This is, I think, Queen Nefertiti.
My dad really came from nothing and made his way to America.
In books in Germany and in
That's amazing.
Hmm?
That's amazing.
No,
that's awesome.
In Egypt, they come to see the old Egyptian stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Are you going to take me to the bank or what?
Dad, we just told you it's Saturday. You're forgetting it's Saturday.
Bank is going to close on Saturday.
Yes.
They're closed on Sunday.
It's 2 o'clock on Saturday. They're closed. Where? Do you know where we are?
What?
Do you know where we are?
No, I'm stupid. I don't know where I am.
Where are we?
What?
This is your apartment in Egypt.
This is my apartment in Egypt.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I don't understand. Can you explain that to me?
We started cleaning and my dad somehow got upset.
Why you are complicating my life here?
I'm not. How long do you
I left Egypt and I came here to stay away from you.
Didn't want me cleaning up stuff. Why do I keep interfering in his life? Why not just leave him alone?
But I said, okay, he is now a little older, a little wiser.
Yeah.
You know, and he doesn't do he won't do his stupid things he's doing.
Well, I'm just cleaning.
And here we are.
Dad, I'm just here cleaning the floor.
That's the only thing you are good to.
Part of the reason why it was difficult, and I'd remember about my guilt about cleaning up their space, is that even when he was healthier, would stop me doing things anyway. So when someone's asking for your help and stopping you from helping them, it kind of takes away the motivation to actually help them.
What do you want?
I'm just here to help. So this time I just decided to let it be and leave, and he just let it go until he's in a better mood.
Okay, I'm going to pay for it.
Abu Ammar, he's giving us a ride to the pyramids right now. Mario's asleep back there. Say hi, Mario.
Hi.
And here we are, having fun.
I am fine, thank you.
See ya. Say welcome to Egypt.
Welcome to Cairo.
Welcome to Cairo.
Welcome to Cairo. مرحبا بك في مصر.
We're here?
الهرم مطلع ورا. هتطلع على رجلك بني.
We're here outside the Great Pyramids, at the Pyramids of Giza. There's so many people here checking out the pyramids. I didn't see very many Americans here, but it's quite safe and comfortable. I'm really excited to see what's in there. It's been about 10 years since I've been here. I was like this small, and now I'm this tall. So let's see what it's like, okay? Let's go.
Feel the burn.
It's good to be in shape because things come up that you want to do, experience you want to do, and you want to be at your peak potential. And it feels really good. I can hear people complaining about being tired out of energy and the stairs, but really it's not a big deal. If you're in the best shape that you can be, you're always ready for whatever comes up.
Go for it.
Maybe the pyramids in long term were created so that people around the world would have that experience. Doesn't matter necessarily what they were built for then, but look at the effect they've had on the world thousands of years later. And I'm preoccupied with thoughts about my father, what I'm going to do. Am I going to be able to bring him back? Does he really want to come back? You know, I'm just trying to figure out what to do, how long to leave him here, what time it will take for my dad to realize he wants to come back, because he's starting to see that. But I leave on the 10th, so I've got this pressure point. I've got to make sure that they're cared for, because I can't make my dad do anything, which has been very difficult. He trusts me half the time he doesn't, or whatever it might be, and he thinks I'm out to get him. So it's really frustrating. My dad really came from nothing and made his way to America. He worked at the UN and American Express. He worked 2 jobs to bring my mother over. It's a classic immigrant story. As the result of that, myself, I never saw it that way. They were my parents. They weren't some immigrant story until I started making a story about it. It's amazing to see that I am a first generation of Egyptian brought to America, and in one of our arguments here in my house, when I was frustrated with my dad for putting me in this position, I asked him, why did you put me in this position? Why are you here? Why is it like this? He said, because I wanted you to have a better life. And my life is amazing. The opportunities I have are amazing. The people I meet are amazing. And he wanted to make sure I had that. And that's all because of him and the foundation that he built, which reminds me of how the pyramids were built and what it took for that.
In Egypt, it's a tragedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Many poor people.
Yeah, there's a lot of poor people here in Egypt. If you want to come back, you can.
Back to Egypt?
To America.
Yeah, I know. And I speak slowly. And that, you know, make people understand me from first time I talk. Many times I don't understand you unless you repeat it. Slow.
طيب شكرا. هلا هنركن دي بقى على جنب.
Hey everyone, I'm doing my morning stretches and some exercises I usually do for the day and before I work out, sometimes later in the day. I plan to go run in the streets of Egypt. The 10th of February was coming closer. I could see, well, what's going to happen? They came to me a few days before I was leaving, and I was excited. I'm like, oh, I'm out of here, right? My dad came to me and said, you know, I don't like it here, I want to go back. Like, well, that changes things, right? And then I said, okay. My mom came to me and said, I don't think we can manage the airport without you. Because we had all the bags and the confusion and the security and going through everything. They needed someone. My mom was right. They did need me at the airport because it was a shit show.
On board for domestic baggage claim and ground transportation.
For Uber or Lyft. Prochain arrêt, Terminal 2.
When we were checking in our bags, some were 60 pounds, some were, I had to like take stuff from one bag and put it in another bag. It was just a mess. And my dad on the way back from Paris kept waking up with nightmares. Where are we? What are we doing? You know, and I had to hold his hands and just remind him, I mean, we're going back to Salt Lake. We just came back from Egypt.
Watch you up behind.
Listen, I haven't heard one horn honk yet. So accustomed to the comfort and quietness of Salt Lake City, Utah, which is great. To see what's next.
I got to see the experience of my dad selling his home and leaving his home, and sometimes going back in his mind like he wants to go home. Maybe taking him to Egypt wasn't good for his health, because we had to deal with all his health problems when we came back. I don't really know if it was the right decision to take him, but in a way it was the only decision to do. He had to go back. Got back from Egypt Monday, it's Friday now.
Put some stuff in the back seat for you. Anything small we can put back there.
So I brought him back to my home, which he knows. He settled down a bit after trying to kick me out of my house the next day. I think it was his place and I was taking it over. He's mellowed out for the most part. Yesterday I was talking to him, he's saying, I asked him how he was. He's like, listen, I'm tired. You get into routine, you get older, you get used to that routine, and then it changes. But I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Hey, this is Adam Tajadeen at the end of International Market in Delhi with Mario, Michael. Hey. Michael's been instrumental in getting this place done while I've been gone. It's been amazing to have such a generous, loving soul to help me out, and you've been so great. This wasn't about it. We're back at my parents' old house. We're here with Brian.
You had told me that your parents wanted to move back to Egypt, and but needed to sell their home first before they could do it. But it needed a lot of work, and there was a lot of stuff. And then gave your parents a certain amount of time to move out afterwards. We ended up having to extend it twice.
You didn't have to do that. You could have just said, well, that's a time up.
Well,
have to go.
No, the reason why I did that is because I'm always looking for a win-win, and I'm never going to kick someone out of a house. At the end of the day, my home buying business is a business where I work with people.
You can just put it on there and then we'll slide it on and you can lift it on. It's like coming back here and being relaxed. This is relaxing compared to the before I left.
Yeah, that was scary. Whoa.
Whoa.
We're gonna want.
Well, we should have the tie down in there. Hopefully.
There's a little purple one.
The shelves need to go.
I get rid of all this stuff. I'm so excited.
Oh, Peach is excited too.
You excited too? Oh, he does? Did you say you make better photos than he does?
No! You did real photos with film and paper.
I think he's giving you a hard time.
Are they available?
Oh, yeah, he did. Didn't he? 8mm.
Are they available?
You're better.
We're back at my parents' old house. We're here with Brian after the remodel.
We did all new windows, we retextured all the walls, fixed any sheetrock that needed to be fixed, put in a little bit higher grade carpet, did all new moldings throughout.
This used to be my old room.
So I'm sure you had a lot of memories here.
Yeah, few. And then they moved into this room because they had so much clutter in that room. They moved into this room.
Well, I'm sure you could get out these windows a little bit easier now than when you were younger.
Yeah. Cool.
If an investor doesn't get to it in time, then eventually they'll just tear down the house. But that's kind of the nature of my business, where it's never going away. One thing you can't deny is everyone's going to die, and everyone is going to get to a point where they can't take care of their stuff.
He didn't even recognize Egypt, and so
You didn't tell me that.
it's been a few months. I've changed from this whole experience. My dad completely forgets sometimes, or my mom wants to come back here and grab something. I'm like, Mom, we sold it, and it's all gone. And I tell her, I mean, she's not confused, she just wants to be able to go home. Like right now, she was sitting in the hospital and she's like, you're gonna make sure we take care of our future, right?
So the paper cutter?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's there. Sometimes when homeowners come back or kids come back to see the house, it brings up a lot of memories. There's a lot of heartache a little bit. They're happy, but they really do have mixed feelings.
Yeah, for me, I didn't want to come back. I want my parents to have a home, and right now they're going through all the health problems and the struggles and whatnot. And my dad was okay. I mean, he recognized my house, he recognized my dog, but then he got pneumonia. And they woke me up and we had to rush to the hospital because he was coughing blood, and he was in the hospital for 3 days. And then
my dad's pneumonia is caused because when he swallows, every time he eats, it goes into his lungs and he gets an infection. And so the only choice we have now is to put him on antibiotics for the pneumonia, which he's on, and put him on a feeding tube. No, sure. Stop saying that. I want you to get better.
Okay.
I want you to get better.
What is it? What's the pain?
Leave that alone. It's your feet.
Yeah, I know. I'm not 50 years old.
doctors were asking me, do you want us to help him or do you want us to let him die? And they call it palliative care, if I remember right. And I don't know why they asked that question like that, because it's weird. And who wants to die from pneumonia?
We aspire, we follow Gandhi, we follow Martin Luther King Jr., we say all this crap, oh, these people are so fucking great, but we don't make a fucking effort to take care of each other, and why don't we?
And he wanted to live. Clearly he wanted to live. He was not sick of life, he wanted to live. There was times he was completely delirious and I had to hold his arms down while they took blood gas out of his arm.
Stop getting caught up in all the bullshit. If you're saying he shouldn't fucking swear so much, that's the bullshit. Who cares if someone's swearing? It doesn't mean that you can't love or show your humanity to someone. Wake up. God, wake up. Quit being, if you're like an anal asshole, knock it off. See you later. Just got him on a rant there. That was my first rant after 800 videos. I've gotten to the point, and I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but I've gotten to the point like I almost don't care what people think.
He was forgetting where he was getting upset, he wanted keys to his truck, I couldn't let him drive. He'd basically go camp out on the truck that was sitting outside and said, no, I'm not leaving until you give me my keys. I'm like, Dad, I'm not giving you your keys. Then we had to take him to the hospital to get the fluid off because he had 50 pounds of extra fluid. Before we went to Egypt, I think that was kind of more stressful, but now I had the looming fear of death on all of us because we were wondering if he was going to die, and I'd get calls at night from him or not him, or doctors or nurses. He fell down. I mean, there was so much going on for so long. He's been doing pretty good. But he's on a feeding tube right now because of the swallowing problem. So as his brain gets better, I'm looking at it being positive, as his brain gets better, he can, he'll be able to eat again, but he has to because he can only be on a feeding tube for 3 to 6 weeks. If he doesn't get better, he'll die. I know it's pretty simple. Now I've cried about this already, and I've been upset, and I've lost sleep. I'm expecting to be positive that when you take tube out, he'll be able to eat again and live the rest of his days well and healthy. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen because they don't have any more options. And it was my full-time job to care for that. And I saw him every day for a while at the hospital.
Okay. You're good. You're good. You're fine. You don't have to do anything, okay? All you have to do is get better. Okay, just get better. Just get better.
They're gonna test you and check you out some more, and then they'll have to take this thing out, and then you have to eat in the room. You can't eat here. Watch you and make sure you swallow correctly so you don't get sick again. She's saying that you're leaving here Monday, but you're not. I'm sure you're just
leaving Monday.
I think she's confused, but I'll check and see. I'm gonna go check with the nurse real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay. I'm gonna check with the nurse. I wanna see what's up. Okay, you ready, Mom? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Muhammad. Happy birthday to you. Here you go, blow it. Make a wish. Make a wish.
Right. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realized that the reason why my dad didn't go to Egypt sooner is that he wanted to be near me. The message I would say to family is the bullshit doesn't matter, it's the love that matters. I've changed. In ways I've become very compassionate for so many things, and I've had no compassion with some things. I have no compassion for bullshit. Family. For me, that's my parents. They sacrificed so much to get me here, to make sure I had the opportunities that were so abundant here in America that we take them for granted. They worked hard, they sacrificed time, they wanted me to have a better life, and I do. When my parents wanted to go to Egypt, I had to take him there. I had to support him and take care of him and made sure he got there, regardless of it being the smart or right decision. I would do it again, even looking back and not being sure about his health and everything that's happened since. But now he's in a safe place. He has good days and bad days. And when I saw him yesterday, he was happy. I might see him tomorrow and he'll be sad. What difference is that from life? I love my parents, and I always will, and that will never change.
Come here. That's awesome. That's all that matters. You're done with this nightmare.
It wasn't a nightmare.
All right, now do a silly face.